Rob, what are you doing?
When you're tired of not being able to drive your single cab square body because of a broken starter bolt, you do this wrong thing and you put this stud in it, and then you keep driving your square body. Or it ends in total failure. And in all reality, what am I losing here? I'm not driving the square body now, so if I screw it up and make it worse, well, it just didn't work.
We have here, must be some hooligans.
Hey, want to go for a ride in my square body?
Yeah.
If you don't know what that is, that's the nose cone of the starter. Yep, broke it clean off. But wait, it gets better. Son of a biscuit. I can barely stand the side of this truck right now, so I'm gonna get it out of the shop here. And I have other projects that we need to be working on right now, so we're gonna stuff this away in the corner and come back to it at some point. We're gonna go fit this up, cut it to length, and then make it one with the block.
So then you add half a 3/8 to that.
So what you're saying, that is the perfect amount of thread engagement?
It might be a tiniest bit shy, but...
Well, that's what the Loctite's for, folks. Now the key is to use an overwhelming amount. Apply liberally. That's not going anywhere. Install time. Just send her home. Oh yeah. Go home. Oh. Oh yeah. Well, I got the starter in last night, so it's only one thing to do, and it's either gonna work or this starter's gonna fall out of it too. Alrighty, got the starter back out. We're gonna go ahead and test it. Okay, so I had it hooked up to the wrong side. I had the small cable on this side when it actually needed to be on this side, so. Okay, so that starter's functional, and hopefully we won't shatter this nose cone. Guess we might as well see how much fuel's in it. Worst part is it's probably all bad fuel. Over a quarter. Do I believe you? Sounds rather empty. And if you know anything about these square bodies, well, the fuel gauge gives you trust issues like you would not believe. I mean, we're talking in your ex-girlfriend that cheated on you 67,000 times and you kept going back to her because she said, I swear I didn't do it. Oh, any in the carb. Nothing coming out of the primaries, but the secondaries have some. It is sitting on an angle, so I guess what we can do is I'll fill the vent tube of the primary. Fill up that front bowl a little more. I have no idea where the idle's at, because that's the worst part is too, I don't remember what the last thing I did to this. Well, Joe from over at Barnard Performance Machine just stopped by and has talked me into redoing some game planning here that we were talking about in the last video. To catch you up, basically, with the issue that we're having right now, and the reason why we can't fully time it is because the original harmonic balancer that is on this engine attached to this crank is the 12 o'clock positioned balancer. The tab that I have on it right now is the 2 o'clock. So basically, I can't time it. So I was thinking about other ways about not having to pull that balancer off just because I didn't want to necessarily do that. However, Joe just stopped over and we were talking about it and he said, we could probably do this in a half hour. I'll give you a hand with it if you want to do it. And that's probably the right way to handle this. So that's what we're going to do. We're just going to get in there. We're going to tear that balancer off when you get our shroud out of the way and all that other stuff and just get after it. Mercy. I don't know, this might not Oh, I'm gonna have to get something to hold that. There we go. Ready?
It's gonna turn, but I'm not in the right. It's not ideal because we're on this to make it happen.
I just heard it pop though, so we should be. Oh, no free tugs, huh?
You want this?
That might be ideal.
I was just about to ask why he wasn't using a ratchet anymore.
I don't. He likes to work harder, not smarter.
Well,
That
I
has
was
been
gonna
his
switch it
motto.
over to the ratchet side, but I've blown the ratchets out on those before, so I wanted it to get loose enough to a point where I felt confident in the box end ratchet. Well, give me the Ryobi ratchet. I'll do it. Oh,
Here you go.
something hit me.
That's okay.
Is that gonna fit? Oh,
Sure
I can't
will.
get this. I can't get the socket off this ratchet though. Give her a little. Oh, thank you. Oh, wow, would you look at that? Oh,
Now it's going to for sure. The other
You
way.
should put it on.
To hit him in the head.
oh, wow. So this is the one that we just pulled off. This is the bouncer that was on the budget build 350. We're gonna show you the differences here. So make sure you have the right one. You can lay them both on top of each other and line up your keyways. So keyway to keyway, we're lined up. You notice how this timing mark is over and this bottom one is to the right of it. Basically, this is your 12 o'clock one. This is your 2 o'clock one. So basically what is happening is, as I've been saying the whole time, this one's not the right one, can't time it right, so we have no idea what the hell's going on. So this one has to go on to go along with our 2 o'clock timing tab. So let's get it cleaned up and installed. Just gonna clean this sleeve up while we're here. Make sure I got some surface rust on it from sitting out. In this keyway here, so that when this gets set on, there's a keyway that locks this in. I want to put sealer in that so that way the oil can't find its way up in here and then leak out the front side and then give you an oil leak out the front side. So we'll go ahead and give her a little sealer using your favorite color, Joe. That's okay. That's okay. This is a lot of work. Tab's so dusty, it hasn't been used in a while. Now that she's ready to make raw horsepower, though, I mean, we gotta get back at it. See, I think we're wasting our time. We should just be tearing this out and putting the LS in it.
Well, you want it to run yet today. And I think if you put the LS in, it's going to be a little longer than that.
One
It's
would
for the
assume.
Jeep anyway.
Oh, she's already claimed it.
That's what you get for talking smack the other day.
Oh,
Should be running out pretty soon. Because
yeah, she's getting a little snugger.
That tab is not going to be able to be seen anymore.
It's hurting my hand.
Yeah, you don't have any leverage.
I'm getting old. I have arthritis
That's what
here.
hard work does.
You'll get it with the. I would stop there.
Okay.
Because it
Might
don't
need
look
to
like it's
loosen it,
moving.
right?
Yep, let me change here. Go ahead.
Oh, yeah. Does this need to come all the way off? Or no, it just needs to be loose. How pig fat this is going to be. I'm guessing richer than Bill Gates. It's actually not as bad as I was thinking it was going to be, but this was a
I'm
brand
gonna guess
there's
that much.
there's lucky if there's maybe like 30 miles on these plugs since we put them in last year. Can't wait to hook that TV cable back up.
What TV cable?
This TV cable, the thing that makes the transmission shift. Because I disconnected because there's a because I put this card back on it.
Through with it.
I shouldn't have moved the bracket.
If you didn't move the bracket, which you shouldn't have had to move the bracket, it shouldn't screw with the adjustment.
We'll find out when I blow it up in 10 minutes or not.
We don't want to do that. I put a lot of work into building that thing.
It's okay. You can rebuild it after I blow it up again. And you can redo the other
Just
one that's blown up too
guaranteeing
if you want.
business.
I have a knack for always challenging you, Joe, and you should appreciate that.
He's making you grow career.
No, I think it just comes to a point where you're just like, please stop bringing me all this broken shit.
Had that trans that worked perfectly for me for like 15 years, and then Robert has it for 5 minutes. And it's broke.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! I had the S10 for like 3 or 4 years. Easy easy over there. That's hurtful. And it shifted great in this until this didn't run anymore.
Oh, so there's the intake opening.
So we were right then, so it was 180 out.
No, because if you just put it the top dead center.
Oh, the fuel charge needs to...
Yep, it needs to go in first.
Okay.
So you might have been okay, which is why you watch the rockers. So right now it's letting in the charge. And then it's going to close. And then the piston's going to come up and compress it. And when that white line comes around again, that's top dead center. Just watch that white line. And that's when the sparky should happen. I don't see it yet, Robert.
All right.
There it's coming. 3/8, quarter inch maybe. All right,
Perfect.
there you are. Now you're 180 degrees out, Robert.
Oh, so it was right then.
It was right.
So how does the distributor,
So...
like, did he have to turn that out of?
No, it just kind of drops down in there. So the gear, there's a gear on the bottom of that.
Yeah.
And then there's a gear on the camshaft.
Okay.
And the camshaft actually runs it. That's what makes it
So
turn.
how does that get, like,
To there.
retarded or advanced?
So basically that rotor set.
Yeah.
So when you loosen the distributor, like not the whole base, but part of it spins.
Yeah.
And basically when that pointer comes around, say like I like setting this one as number 1.
Yeah.
That's just what I just always, in my brain, it makes sense for me. When you set it at 0 degrees on the balancer, as long as your balancer's right,
Yeah.
which it now is, and you make sure you double check that obviously by your valves opening and closing of where you're at. So you set that mark, that pointer there,
Yeah.
to this. If this is number 1, when you think about it, on the inside when that cap's rotating,
Yeah.
number 1's right there. So that pointer needs to be pointing to that. What happens is when you advance it and retard it, advance it means that you're pulling it back.
Yeah.
So it's happening like before. Now retarded it means you're like spinning it the opposite way, which means it's happening after.
Yeah.
So
you
basically
would have
advancing
to
it,
physically change, like, turn that.
turn this.
It's not something the engine just does sometimes.
Correct.
In this application,
Okay.
no.
That's what I was asking.
In more later complicated versions, yes, the engine does it automatically. Not in this HEI application though, so not to confuse you.
Confuse it. It's not the engine that's doing it. It's the
Well, it's the
computer
ECU
Well,
that tells it, yeah.
So there, see this little notch right here?
Yeah.
That locks into a little
The
notch
base.
on the base. So if you, I can't quite reach it. How that rotor is there,
Yeah.
and it's the little shiny thing you just, but see how I can move this and that stays stationary?
Yeah.
Actually, the notch is right here.
I
Yeah.
see.
So this little
that's
notch
how-
sits in that, and that's how it
That's
sets
how
it.
you change the timing. So like if he set this on and that little pointer lined up with this, and this was on 0 down here,
That's
that means it's 0.
perfect.
But then when you rotate that base and bring it back here, so now that pointer right there is over here.
And that's retarded.
Yeah.
You just explained
There's
that.
Yeah,
just like
'cause-
certain things I don't think about anymore. You just do them.
Yeah.
And you know, like I don't give a lot of thought to that. I put the timing light down there and I move it, and whatever way it moves the way I want it to.
And now the key is now to make sure that when I rewire this, we actually wire it right. So you need to know the correct firing order of a small block Chevy.
Which is?
1843652.
Oh, I was asking
Sure.
Kira.
Oh.
I knew it started with 1.
1843652. Give it another shot. Oh, big backfire. Retarded again?
Whatever way you're going to make it better. Yeah. Should be towards the firewall, right?
All right, there's a little more. It's still back. Yeah. Man, does it feel good to hear that sound again. Well. She finally runs again since last November, which is 6 months at this point, half a year already, which is great. A big thank you to Joe for coming over and helping us get this thing to idle and run the best this engine ever has whilst it was in this truck. Timing's right now. So there's no more excuses on that end. Now the key is, which I'm kind of really don't want to do it, and we shouldn't have shortchanged ourselves last year, but this flywheel is junk, guys. I mean, towards the end of the day here, as we progressively more and more hit the key, the more and more the starter started grinding. And although I'm not happy of the patch job that we did with that all thread up in there now, it's holding. And so at this point, I think we need to get another flywheel in there, which means pulling the trans out. So that's what we're gonna do next. But I'm gonna stop and soak this moment in because my square body runs again for the first time in 6 months. Stay tuned and make sure you are subscribed to the channel. In the next video, we are going to get this thing figured out. We're gonna get a new flex plate in it, and we're gonna get this thing back on the road for the first time in 6 months. One last thing, do me a favor, get out in the shop and keep wrenching on those projects. Your dreams do not work unless you do. We'll catch you next time here on Boney Revivals. Thank you so much for watching. Take care.